Hey folks, Dave the Not So Evil EvilViking13 here, and welcome back to my live build of the castle. This is going to be episode 3, and since last time, I've done some cleanup on the barracks. In the last episode, we worked on the showers, as well as this kind of walkway back here to add a path over the well. And I've gone back through and fixed a few of the clipping issues and re-added the rooftop sections there, and it looks like got one more piece that's misaligned here. There we go. It's been storming in game until I cleared the weather out, so must have missed that in the shadows. I've also gone back through the outside of the castle here and taken down just a few of the pieces of the bunting. Now, out front here, there's still lots of it up, but if we go around the side here, as you guys can see, there's far less of it. And this wall is actually missing a few pieces of bunting because I've gone through and filled it in just recently with actual castle block stone, which looks pretty good. Let me go around this side here. Yep, there we go. As you guys can see, there's less bunting and it looks more organized. Just 4 pieces for this whole side of the castle. I really haven't done anything with this entrance yet. I'm still coming up with ideas for that. What we're going to focus on today, though, is actually right here where I've filled in the wall. I'm going to see if it's possible to add some kind of, I don't know, rooms possibly to this wall. Maybe just extra room for beds, because we are actually already low on space. Let me try and find the castle brick. Although, kind of like matching the orange brick here. Yeah. Let's go with that. So if we snap, it does have some it looks like marble on top. If we snap, that's pretty high up. Let me lower that down some. Oh, and the other good news. Well, I haven't worked out the custom snap options for the Place Anywhere mod. I just haven't had time to learn the controls for that. I do have my precise adjustment tool working. I just had to launch that script as administrator, so now I can actually just bring up the console and use my numeral pad to make fine adjustments. I wish that would just snap right to the top. That works though. I want to be careful right here, guys, because a lot of my settlers, I've noticed, are actually using this walkway right here, so I don't want to break their pathfinding. Got to love that Place Anywhere mod. Okay. That gives us a very tight space back here, but maybe I can put a tree or something just to make it look nicer. I'm gonna try and lower this piece down. Maybe make it a 2-tiered staircase, possibly. We do have that giant pile of rubble right there. That's going to actually snap too far. So I'm going to push this piece back into this piece. Try and keep it lined up. There we go. Push it down just to the rubble right there. And I'm just going to make this one giant staircase, basically. Do the concrete stairs. How will that look? That actually should look pretty good, guys. I'll put it on that side. And then if that'll just snap. Come on, snap, snap, snap. There we go. And how about right here? Well, that's a little bit high. But I can add a second one right there. Is that lined up? That is lined up. I'm going to shift it just a single, there we go, unit that way so it's not clipping. There we go. I rotated that just one unit. So that fits a lot better now. That looks like part of the wall. Nice. And let's give it a nice railing right here. I'm just going to bump that back. Okay. I'm not going to add any more railing just yet because I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to go for the walls here. What do we have for brick? Okay, got some basic brick there. Just not a lot of space to work with here, guys. In fact, I might have to do a little bit of clipping just to keep these from running into each other. I don't want the barracks to clip into the other building here. And why is that piece so much lower? I still might have a few small corrections to do down through here as I look at it from different angles, but let's see. So that's got a window piece. Can we get a door piece? I need a corner that has the door on the other side there. I don't think that's an option, is it? No, that's two windows. Well, that's fine. Let's just do a single window for now. Where did it go? There we go. So, single window. And do a single window right there too. What I'm gonna do is check on what kind of metal rooftops I have here. That's floors. So we have this one right here. It's kind of interesting. That might be the exact basic look that I am looking for. Something not quite as fancy as the barracks, basically. Lower that piece down. How's that looking? Nice. That looks both military and a little bit apocalyptic. I like the rust. And that'll snap right there. Yeah, let's do this rooftop right here. I like it. Okay. Now that should give us the option to place some pieces down below now. Seal in that gap. What do we have for doors? Let's just do a single one. And lower that down for sure. Don't want it sunk in there too much. Got just the tiniest bit sticking out right there, but I think that's okay. This rooftop was obviously not meant for these wall pieces, but I think it works. Alright, where's that single window? I know I saw you. Given that this has to clip into the wall piece here, corner piece, I am going to use a small window for it. Okay, now I know I've passed by it a few times. What is this corner piece here? It's like, just brick. Interesting. That might help hide that corner, so I will leave it there, actually. It's a solid wall. There you are. Yeah, it rotates when you're placing it, and I just saw the interior, not the brick. Didn't think it was what I was looking for. Okay. So this will give us room for a few more bunk beds in here. Almost like a secondary barracks. And let's do... Will that staircase block the doorway if I put it right here? I think it will. Come on, snap. That is not wanting to snap at all. That actually works. I think I can even lower that down just a bit. Yeah. There we go. And let's try for some concrete stairs just to cover up this rubble right here. And again, guys, the reason I'm not using the castle wall repair mod is both to keep my mod list just the tiniest bit smaller, and also because I really do enjoy just kind of filling in these gaps on my own and trying to be a bit creative with it. Okay. Second staircase here. That's looking pretty good. I just really hope that the NPCs can pathfind over all of this. Okay, just lower this one down a tiny bit. And now we just have the last gap to fill in. You can see right through the polygons of the staircase from the back there. Okay, so to fill that in, let's actually just use the same castle stone that I used for the outside. And again, if you guys are interested in the mods that I'm using, I have a complete video of all the mods that I use linked in the description. And I will be updating that very soon, because I have been adding just a couple of mods to my mix. Can I snap this back here? Yeah, I can. There we go. So yeah, just keep an eye out on the description of that original settlement mod review video for updates to my mod list. Let's just scoot that back. I'm seeing here that I was just the tiniest bit off that last piece of, or set of stairs. Let's make another adjustment there. Scoot that. That looks pretty good. There we go. I'm contemplating adding railings across the entire inside of the wall, but I'm gonna save that for, you know, closer to the end of the build, because I have a lot of other stuff that I would much rather do in this build if I have to choose. I think I will be adding railings to this staircase right here, though. Oh, and that actually needs to go up just a bit to cover up the stairs there. And that'll just have that blurry look to it until the next time that I either fast travel or reload my save game. So that won't stick around forever, thankfully. And along here, I'm thinking probably some concrete barricades that my troops can hide behind. Not bad, guys. That actually looks quite nice. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be killing a bunch of my power here, but I'll go back through and fix it later. I'm going to remove this power and this concrete right here. Bring the correct brick in. Okay, there we go. Where did you go, Castle Brick? I did experiment with using this kind of rough looking foundation, but it did not look very good because it's in the block shape and you could just completely see the seams no matter where you used it. Did not look good at all. And of course, you know, this one has seams as well, but because it doesn't have that damage texture, it's not quite as noticeable. And this section of wall right here has a huge pile of rubble outside, so we're going to have to build this wall section up a bit. Let me just bring you all the way back here. Out of the way, turret. I guess while I work on this, I can answer a couple of other questions. Yes, there will be a full tour of this build with Joel once it's complete. I am taking my time with it because the castle is one of the bigger builds that I'm wanting to do, and I want to make sure that it's exactly how I want it. And you guys won't get to see 100% of this build all the way through. My plan is, whenever I decide that it's around, let's say, 80% complete, I'm going to stop recording the live build and do a few more hours of final work myself, and then you guys will have a few things to surprise you. I'm sure Joel's going to be more or less flabbergasted at the complexity and depth of this build. We're filling in the entire courtyard here, basically. I'm looking forward to that tour. He's going to freak out. Is that too much of the block, I wonder? Nah, it's okay. I think I'll put one piece back here. If it'll snap, it will. And then from here, I'm gonna lower these down just a bit. And, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to do it in units of 5, not 1. Just snap it back. And then what I'm thinking about doing is adding more of those concrete staircases in here. So I was liking how those looked. They really do complement the brick pretty well. Nice. Alright. Let's see what we have here. So that's going to need a second one, it looks like. I saw it snap. Come on. There we go. Other questions to answer. I am actually working on Spectacle Island. I was not until just last week. Joel's challenge on my County Crossing farm build gave me some inspiration. And of course, I've been reading what you guys have been suggesting, and I'm going to try to incorporate a few ideas that I've seen in the comments, but for the most part, I just really got inspired by that challenge that Joel gave me, and I think you guys and Joel are really going to enjoy how different Spectacle Island's going to be. It's going to be something very unusual compared to my usual Minutemen builds. It is also, I think, my largest build since probably Sanctuary. This one gets, you know, close. I don't yet know how big the castle will be by the time that we're finished with it, but it's going to be up there for sure. But Spectacle Island being one of the largest build areas and one of my broadest set of ideas after Joel issued that challenge is going to be a ridiculously huge build. So I'm not sure when that one's going to be finished. I'm definitely going to take my time and get all of the details right. And it actually would be nice, not to give anything away here, but if some of the upcoming DLC, the workshop DLC, were to come out before I was ready to record the tour for Spectacle Island, that would be good for reasons I'm not going to state. Guys, I am really liking how this concrete layered stair look is looking. It fits really well. I like this a lot. Okay, let's do another save here. I'm gonna bring up my Pip-Boy, get it to do an auto save. I definitely back my save games up on the cloud every day or two. Should really back up my mods as well. It would be a shame to lose all this work. Okay guys, I think before I go any further with the walls, I want to connect the balcony here. The section behind the barracks. To do that, this is going to be very interesting. Should I use brick? No, let's do castle stone. Just want to see what I've got to work with here. Okay, so that's how big those blocks are. And if I want the rubble to be kind of hidden, I can do that. Let's lower that down some. I think having some of the rubble is going to be unavoidable, especially up here at the top. But I'm considering, if I can just get this lined up a bit better, having kind of a middle stone section, maybe at that height, to help cover up some of that rubble. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. Snap to it, we can snap to it. Now, that's going to look a bit rough with the door, so let's bring that down a level for this section. And we'll cover that up with some concrete steps. Extend the top level out. Oh, come on, snap. Snap. Extend that top level out. There we go. Stairs were just in the way. Rotate that around. Fine. I will put you into place myself. Okay, there we go. Now that's really not going to want to snap. Okay, I'll fix that here in just a minute. Let's get the rest of the blocks down before I get too distracted. Rotate that around so that the texture lines up. There we go. Oops. Shadow played with how it looked there for a second. Didn't realize that I was already off of the tile that I'm standing on. So that actually needs to go like that. in order to actually cover up the debris. Gonna have some steep steps through here, guys. Really hope they're gonna be able to pathfind over all of this. Let's see. Okay, I definitely passed it. There we go. Shack Foundation Castle. Let's extend it this way. Hey, there we go. It's going to snap too. I'm just going to go ahead and make that the next layer, and it should cover up this debris right here, or at least look pretty good going into it, you know, colliding with it. This piece, though, is going to have to go down just one unit. I'm going to bring that out of the water pump. Oop, I rotated. There we go. Is that still in the... Oh yeah, that's definitely still in the well. There we go, right there. Okay. Now I want a piece looks like that to connect out the back door there. There we go. Just what I wanted. And perhaps one more piece if it'll snap. I don't think it will. Yeah, that debris is playing with the snap here. So I'm just going to use the place anywhere to place it right there. Lower that down and make sure that it's not clipping. Okay guys, I know it looks a bit messy right now, but I think we can work with this. Just trying to figure out the exact stairs that I want to use. I'd really like to avoid the steep stairs if possible. I just like the look of the gradual stairs. Let me just hide that shack floor. Let's do one more shack foundation castle. Let's do it here. Line that up with the door. And down it goes. Okay. Ooh. That is not giving us much to work with. Let's raise that back up. Make it the height of the deck and not the interior. It'll be a step up. Which will look a little bit awkward, but I think I can work with that. Okay. So the question becomes, how steep would these stairs be? Yeah, that's just not really aligning with anything. If we do it this way, how steep would that be? Okay, that's aligned there. It's going to be a crazy staircase. Got a lot crammed into this corner here, guys. There we go. That looks not bad at all, actually. Just a couple of fine adjustments there. And we can still see the debris. But that looks pretty good. Okay. Of course, we still have that step down from inside there. Let's just lower that back down and see how that looks. That's doable. I'm not sure if the AI can handle that. They might get stuck on that. But I'm liking it. I'm definitely liking it. That looks pretty good there too. There's really no way to get that doorway looking good coming right out to like a staircase that goes up to here, so I'm just going to leave it at that level for now. Let's just focus on, I'd say, a double staircase here. Let's do that. And then that. Hey, that looks pretty good. Alright. That's quite the staircase, but it does hide the giant piles of debris pretty well. Okay. Now let's fix this staircase. Well, that's not even close. What am I doing? There we go. That staircase goes up there. I may actually add a second one of those. Let's see. I don't think it'll snap. It'll snap, just not well. Can I make that a double? Yeah, I'm just going to merge those together. Ooh, not good pathfinding right there. What is that?
Huh?
What am I getting stuck on? Let's scoot those a bit closer. It's even worse, actually. Well, now it's getting better. Okay, I guess that'll work for now. Next, guys, we have the question of what to do about this rubble pile right here on the outside of the wall. I'm trying to decide if I want to actually have any additional wall up top, because I'm not sure if that will look very good. If it's the only section of wall that's, you know, higher than the rest. Outside of our garden, we do already have the concrete walls over there protecting the garden. What would it look like, though, if I just walled off this extra section with extra walls? Maybe, should I do a concrete base? Also, I need to watch how much concrete I'm using, because I know I've got 3,000 left. I've been buying every shipment that I can find, every bag of concrete from every trader, but I'm also using, let's see, 3 per one of these. It's not too bad. So if we just extend the wall out, will that look good, or will that look just way too blocky? Actually, that looks decent. Can we snap again? Yes, we can. Okay. It does mess with the symmetry just a little bit, but I think that extending the walls out will look better than putting another, you know, concrete wall or something else on the top of this wall. Not snap. It's not wanting to snap. It's alright. Thank you, Place Anywhere mod. Let's head back in here. Hey, look at that. The stairs work. Got 2 more pieces here. That one needs to be turned like that. Well, that gives us more building space too. I almost want to have some kind of curved something for that corner piece. Got curved railings, but I think all of our foundations are going to be block. We do have a triangle piece. And these rounded shapes are full of windows. That would not fit for a wall. What I might try though is, let's see if we can just put it back to units of 5. Rotate this. I'll fix that Z fighting here in just a second, where it's flickering. Let's just do 1 unit down. And that snaps like that. Let's move you out of the way, turret. Yeah, let's see how this would look. We add a nice corner piece to it. And of course, like everything that I'm working on here, you guys can let me know in the comments if you think this is a good direction to go to fill in this wall, or if you think it would be better to just, you know, possibly like over here, add the concrete walls to the top and call it a day. Is this getting too complicated over here? Snap. Fine. I've got to fill in that one little spot right there. Gonna hop down here. Oh, that hurt. Okay. And one more gap to fill right there. That looks a lot better than having it just squared off, I think. I'm just wondering what I could put there now that we have this additional building space. That gives us more room for defenses, of course, that look down on this entrance. The wall is nice and tall again. That's a lot of building space that we suddenly have. And we are running out of space down here in the courtyard. Decisions, decisions. Oh, and there's like this little concrete piece right there. I wonder how I could replicate that. Concrete roofs. There's that piece. You know, if I have a piece like this, which is kind of like a... Is that metal? I'm actually not sure. It's either metal or some kind of different concrete. If we take those and clip them into these blocks, that might make a nice little cap. Like that. As I fall off the roof once again. That may be too tedious for today. I don't want to bore you guys to death when there's so much more to build. But I'm going to just stick that piece right there so I don't forget it to come back to it later. And you guys tell me, does this extension to the wall work in your opinion? And what do you think of adding these pieces along the top, just clipped in to give it that cap at the top? Do one more piece so you can see what I'm talking about here. Scoot back this way. Okay. Yeah, if I keep this, let me actually hop down on purpose here. I think that would look pretty good. Also, if you guys have any ideas for this entrance, like I said, I'm still thinking through what I want to do with it, so drop those ideas. Oh. It's a piece of a dead Minuteman, okay. I think I had a raider attack here recently while I was building. Do an autosave. Let's put up some railings. I'm going to go with the fancier concrete stuff first, just to see what we have. I'll put it, let's say, here. And I'll put it, not there, but here. I'll put one there too. And there. I'm going to put one there, but I'm going to scoot it back some. There we go. I could actually use another concrete stair right here. So we got that one half step that kind of scoots over this direction and then stops right there awkwardly. That's going to have to be adjusted by hand though. Okay, there we go. That gives us at least one step all the way across there. Does anywhere else need a fancy railing? I was thinking about across here too. Let's see how that looks. That's not going to want to clip into the rooftop there. I think I'll scoot these over this direction. And I'll fix their height issues here in just a minute. That should be pretty close to lined up all the way across. Looking good. And should I do a rounded one here? Would that look any good? Not bad. Let's actually center the rounded one though. If we're gonna have 3. Well, especially with those railings there, I'm feeling like something nice needs to go up here on this new building area. Trying to think what other ideas I haven't assigned a space to yet. Got the holding cells, got the garden, got the communication center, the welcome garden, the barracks, the parade field, as small as it might be right now. More barracks over here. I feel like I'm missing a couple of ideas that I've forgotten about. I've got the Valentine's Detective Agency probably going on inside. Got the kitchen inside, my quarters inside, the meeting room inside, and then a bar inside. That's of course referring to inside the walls here. The clinic inside too, that's right. Oh yeah, got bathrooms that are going to go inside, and I'm probably going to work on those on my own. I might do like one of the 2 bathrooms for you guys so you can just see how I do it, but beyond that, it's pretty straightforward. Well, if I've forgotten something that you've suggested or that I've talked about in a previous episode and haven't started working on, I'm totally forgetting it now, and you think it should go up here in this nice building spot, toss that in the comments too. Doors for this new barracks section. Let's go with, I'm betting the blue doors here. Does that one open out or in? Really should get the one that opens in. Yeah, there we go. And let's do the same for this side. Cool. So that's those. I think we can go ahead and decorate our new barracks section. I'm going to go right for the bunk beds. I can actually find furniture. There we go. I won't put it right in the corner, but I'll do one there. I'll do one there. Thinking some lockers right there. And of course, some of you guys pointed out that I was missing foot lockers. That's a good point. Let's add some foot lockers as well as some traditional lockers. Okay. We've got room for a couple down here, but we already have a lot of decorations in this room. Let's Put you there. Plant back here. One there and one here. Really just leaves space just barely for one more right there. Ah, can I get all these? I can't move all those at once, so I'm just going to leave it for now. There's our foot lockers. Actually, a utility cabinet right here might make sense if that doesn't totally block the walkway, which I think, yeah, it does. Okay. Let's stick to the lockers first, and then I'll see what else I can fit in here. Got some filing cabinets. Hollowed out rock. Are these too big to fit in the middle? They are. Let's do a 3 unit. Like so. I'll just add a couple more on the right myself. What else do we have? Some mailboxes, some meat bags, medkit for the wall. That makes sense. Metal box. I like that. I'll go right there. Hidden safe. Tool chest. Ooh, a big trunk. Is there room for that right here? Maybe room right there if we got rid of just one of those lockers. That looks like it would be totally full of guns and ammo. And we'll do 2 wooden crates here in the corner. Nothing fancy, but some nice extra rooms, and we still have our gigantic staircases for access. I guess it's time to add some lighting and then decorate, guys. Oh, wait. Out of the corner of my eye here, I have just noticed that the porch extension right there on the barracks does not have a concrete wall piece. Can we fix this? Yes, we can. Will it look good is the next question. Let me actually use the rooftop here to get up here. All my railings are actually in the way now. Okay, well, what I'll do then is just clip this through. Yeah, just do it like that. Actually needs to be reversed. It'll clip onto this flat part of the rooftop just a bit, but I think that's preferable to just having the bare roof on the overhang, which I don't think looks good at all. I feel like that should actually go down like that. Well, it's not quite a great looking corner piece, but I still think it's better than the nothing that we had before there. That side should go like that. I'm gonna hop back onto the rooftop and see how that looks. The key is, as long as it has some semblance of symmetry, it can still look intentional. And to do that, we can probably just add one more piece. And I'm gonna check too and make sure that it's not clipping through down into the barracks, which it might be right now, in which case I'll just adjust that for height. Let's go downstairs and see. It's actually not. Okay. That works for me, guys. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye and could not let it go. One thing that might make this shack look a little less boxy, which is never what you want, you don't want things to look boxy, would be a rooftop. Even just a simple one. Shack roof half. Interesting. Well, that doesn't stop the boxy look, but I will keep that half piece in mind. I forgot that I installed that mod for the half sections. And if I add some support poles to that, that could look pretty good. Thinking nothing on this side as far as an awning goes, though. Just gonna lower that piece down. Too low. There we go. And under miscellaneous structures, I've got some big columns here, but I actually want these. Where are they? The smaller columns. There we go. Column vertical. I'll just adjust that by hand. That looks pretty good. How about this side? This one might require 2. Oh, nice, they snap. That's helpful. I'll just lower that one down first, and then lower that one to match it. Oh, got some Z fighting right there. One more unit, and it's good to go. One, two, and then 1, 2, and now it's not poking through right there. I'm thinking one more piece of nice railing would look really good on this section right here. Will it snap? It'll snap. That looks decent, guys. So now we have the awning to help break up the boxy shape of the addition. I'm just now seeing that these stones are going the opposite direction, but that's okay because they meet the staircase. Electric. I'm going to need to run my electric back through here as well. And seeing I need to put power into that extension for the barracks, might as well do it now. It's my large pylon. And you are connected down here. I feel like that's not a great solution. Can I push you back here somewhere? Yeah, let's just do that, and then I'm gonna put a conduit over the door like that. So that wire was way too low on this staircase. Let's put another pylon over here. Can I just tuck it in this hole? I can. And it might actually work with a piece in the center here too. Do it like this. Okay. That'll get power to the building. And where can the next pylon go? Probably just stick it in the corner here, perhaps? Let's put you down a notch. I know what I can do. I'll get one of the raised ones like this. And a side one like this. Connect to the pylon there. Up to the conduit there. And from the conduit to the second pylon. Let me jump. Let me jump. Spacebar is also attach wire, annoyingly. There we go. And probably one more big pylon up here. Maybe just put it right in the corner. I'll lower it into the concrete just a tad. Let's get our laser turret back online. Why is it not charged? Okay, no charge right there. Where's the break in the line? Where is the break in the line? I'm very confused here, guys. Oh, this generator is not hooked up. How did that happen? Oh, as you guys can see, I've placed a small floorboard and some mats for this generator, which was just kind of stuck in the corner. Anything to make construction look purposeful versus random. Oh, I think I filled in the ceiling here by accident with this concrete. There we go. Yeah, I think my conduit is now buried in that foundation for the castle. Although the addition of that castle foundation added that nice little brick edge to the room, because this room originally was arched, like this one. That looks pretty cool. Okay, all that should have power now.
Hello, sir.
And it does. Let's add some wall decorations and some lighting to our barracks. Our mini barracks, I guess. Let's go for a ceiling light. High-tech lights don't really fit. Let's try this, not the long hanging light, but the Small one. There we go. It really bothers me that I can't put it right in the middle because that wouldn't make any sense. That's where the seam is, so I'll put it off center, and yep, that's gonna bother me non-stop. I'll do a radio here just in case you haven't heard enough of Radio Freedom, which is normally... Oh, that one's a brand new radio. Let's do a worn down radio. Just in case you haven't heard enough of it blasting from the tower out there. I've got the speaker turned off right now, but it'll be back on before too long. Oh, and floor coverings too. I'm just going to say single section of mats. I'm going to glitch place them there and then adjust them by hand. That looks good. For the flags. Flag swag small. I don't think the bunting would actually look good on any of the stuff out here. Actually, let's do just one over the doorway. That's nice and conservative. And that also helps because that doorway does not have the overhang like the other side does. Okay, I feel like the stair is not tall enough is the problem. Keep getting stuck on it. That might have actually been the problem. So we have a light inside. I may add a light on the side too, but you've really got to be careful about the density of the lights that you use. You can get some serious frame rate drops, even on console and even on all platforms under the default limit if you place too many lights too close together. They are an FPS killer. Even if you don't mod your game or go over the settlement limits, you can really kill that FPS with just lights. I'll put one there for now, and we can revisit that if it becomes an issue down the road. Okay, back to flags. Minutemen flag, that's basically a requirement, right? I'll use the large wall section. Nope, not big enough. Back wall section then. Come on, hit the wall. Come on. Oh well, I'll just rotate myself. There we go. That is off center. Okay. That's more like it. I'm thinking one painting, and we've got some new paintings to work with that came in the 1.4 patch for Fallout 4. So instead of just Mr. Washington, we have some modern artwork right there. And some more Patriots. Isn't that inspiring? I can see some of those going up in that entranceway. I'm going to line that up right there with the window. Okay. Small posters. What do we got? So I'm going to scroll through a lot of graffiti here. Again, if you're interested in the mods that I've added, I'll be updating the list in the description of my must-have settlement mods video. I don't think we're going to really have any kind of graffiti for this settlement, but I'm just looking for normal looking posters, basically. Jamaica Plains, Mass Fusion, Minutemen graffiti, that might come in handy. Yeah, I like this. Nice, simple Nuka-Cola for a wall decoration back there. Let's look at some clutter here. I'm going to go for some office clutter first. Ooh, a bulletin board. I'm going to move the med kit to this wall. And the news poster, which is now stuck. There we go. To that wall. Make room for a bulletin board for in here too. So I think I have one in the main barracks as well. Got some files. Let's do a few boxes of files here in the corner. And a clipboard to go with the files. It almost blends in, it's hard to see. An antique globe to go on top of the lockers here. Actually, I'm going to see if there's any other furniture that would fit along that corner. Maybe some shelves. There we go. Some low shelves for the corner. Perhaps a table of some kind as well. There's not a lot of surface room in this room right now. Yeah, let's do a nightstand. Although if we have a bulletin board, there really ought to be something on it. Let's look back at decorations and then small posters. Again, we've got to go through a lot of graffiti. Trying to get it to load the previews here. Some tunnel snakes. Some gunner logos. Wanted, Vault Boy, that's great. Got a menu, Radiation King. There we go. Minutemen protecting your family. It's one of my new propaganda posters. I know that you guys were asking if I could post the texture file for that, and I am planning on doing that as soon as possible. I'll probably just add that to the description of that Fallout Settlement mods video. I may end up making like a Google Doc out of it just because it's going to get out of control so quickly. Poster Roller Rumble. And let's give that just a little bit of tilt. Alright guys, that is a nice little extension to the barracks. That wasn't perhaps quite as much room as I was hoping to get, out of this side wall here because the blocks are pretty thick, but I wanted the wall to be thick and strong, so 2 bunk beds and some nice detailing out of that works for me. We have quite the plaza staircase here. I'm really liking how this is coming out here. I know I say that a lot, but it's always fun because I go into these builds, even these recordings, with just a loose idea of what I'm looking to build, and I just kind of roll with it. And in this case, I'm especially happy with how this is looking. Can I... That's going to be way too far over. Let's do that. I'm trying to decide if I look under fences. Miscellaneous, we got some barbed wire, some barricades here. That might be something good for... Yeah. For the castle defenses. That may block NPC pathing. We'll check on that. That could be pretty useful. Okay. I'm mainly looking for railings, though. The Jersey barricade. I am burning through some concrete here. Let's get rid of these and actually use the Jersey barricades, which is what I was kind of envisioning for this side anyway. Mix some sandbags in with that. Speaking of sandbags, my cloth is down to 2,500 too. Time to make my run around my settlements, gather up caps and purified water, and start getting some more shipments going in. I've got so many builds going on at the same time right now that I know it looks like I have a crazy amount of materials, but I'm going through so much of it at once. When I hit like 1,400 copper recently, I figured, oh, that's enough copper for a bunch of builds, and I've already gone back down to, I think, 1,000. I've gone through 400 copper like in the last couple days. Okay. Fix you and you. Not 100% sold on this kind of defensive setup for this wall, especially with this sandbag right here that's annoyingly sticking over the edge. But like I said, I do this more or less off the cuff, and this is what I had in the back of my mind for this wall. I'll see if it grows on me. If not, I will think of something else.
Yeah.
Any other sections that need some railing? Oh, gotta go to wood and then miscellaneous. And then scroll for a while. Got a lot of ground pieces that I've added recently, which are great for ragtag and apocalyptic settlements, but this is the Minutemen capital, basically. There we go. And what I'm gonna do here is rotate you like that. Nice. Love the exact positioning that I can do now. Does anywhere else need a bit of a railing? Yeah, I think over here is going to get one too. Let's do, I guess one railing at a time is the best way to do this, because as they tilt, their positioning is going to be a little different. I wish that we had more than 2 of these style railings. You end up having to repeat them pretty frequently. Go ahead and just place that one. I clicked on the tree right through the railing. There we go. And then you go right there. I've got a feeling that this is just going to play havoc with the NPCs pathfinding, but we shall see. They're all leaning awkwardly. Can we just... That's a bit better. These don't really need to be perfect, but that lean was just a bit much for me. And this one can go back a tiny bit too. Oh, I'm just realizing that last one is sticking pretty far out into the walk path. Let me just adjust that one a bit. There we go. That's more like it. Got this nice brick and concrete stairwell. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap things down for this episode, and as I do so, I'm going to fix the time scale here, which will unpause time. I think not 290, 20 is the default. So people should start walking around again, and we can see if they can actually use all this stuff. I certainly hope so, but I'm not convinced. And that needs to go down just a tad. Get rid of those lines right there in the walkway. Yep, I'm seeing a little bit of a frame rate drop now. We're finally starting to push the limit. I say finally, but given how much is left that I want to do, I guess I could say that we're already starting to push the limit. And I'll wrap things down with a bit more clutter for the barracks. What else do we have here? Broken mirror, Mr. Handy, a newspaper rack. Seems like more of a bathroom thing, but oh, here we go. We'll add our radiator for heat right under the window. What can go wrong? let's just pretend that these windows aren't completely shattered. Some sheets, some showers. These guys definitely share the bathroom with the main barracks. They don't get their own. There we go, a trash can. Put that right in the corner. Cat bowl, enamel bucket. Everybody needs a bucket, right? Even if it's just for mopping up the floor of your barracks. Cleaning broom. Ooh, that. Yep, that's definitely a thing. Cleaning broom right here for the corner. Alarm clock. Oh yeah, let's add a fan over here on the shelf too. Ooh. Tri-fold American flag. That seems appropriate. Right there for the nightstand. A lantern for emergency light. Put you on the shelf back here on the side. Ooh, it's getting foggy out here. Fire extinguisher. I'm gonna put you next to all the paperwork back here in the corner. Picture frame of the lighthouse. Deathclaw hand. Don't think it fits for in here. Unless, ooh. Kind of like it right above the lockers here. Yeah. Level 86, there we go. And an umbrella stand for this corner. With the umbrella. Scoot that just a bit that way. No fancy vases or anything. This, of course, being a military barracks. I think this is all vases, yeah. One more category that I want to check before I call this detailing complete is personal effects. And entertainment, now that I think about it. We'll do a baseball somewhere, yeah, on the shelf here. And we'll do a glove with that, too. Put the glove on the bottom shelf. Robot model kit. I'll add that to the shelf here, and I think that might actually do it, guys, for personal effects. Maybe I'll add just like one last thing to the shelf, the bottom shelf there next to the window. What's a good item here? A military ammo bag. Well, that just makes sense. I'm just gonna place it on the top shelf and move it down myself. And cigarette carton. Smokes. Two good items to top off the personal effects. There we go. That's one. And there's two. Scoot you back just a bit. Awesome. I really like this. Is anybody actually walking around here? There's one.
Good reminder of what we're fighting for.
Don't care much for good neighbor.
Everyone's clustered here. Gave my guy with the Vault Tech helmet, the rocket launcher. Just seemed appropriate. Okay guys, that's been a good run. As always, if you have additional suggestions or you don't like the way that things are going, let me know in the comments. I won't guarantee that I'll listen to all of them because I'm having way too much fun with this to stray too far from my random creative direction. But you guys have had some great suggestions before, and I've really enjoyed seeing those, and you might see more of them as this build continues. And as always, liking the video and sharing it with friends who might also enjoy it is a big help to the channel. It helps us keep growing, which we are doing almost exponentially, and that's thanks to you guys and your fantastic support. So thank you for that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.